Hello there, you're watching Left, Right and Centre on NDTV. I'm Maha Vikas Aghadi. Veteran politician, the Bhishma Pitama of Indian politics, Sharad Pawar has settled the succession question in his party. Daughter Supriya Sule along with Praful Patel are the party working presidents. Sule clearly with an upper edge will handle national politics and coordinate for the Lok Sabha elections as well. Interestingly, she has also been given the charge of Maharashtra. But that brings up the big question. Where does it leave nephew and powerful NCP power centre Ajit Pawar? While Sharad Pawar says Ajit was party to this decision, but for a man who went ahead and secretly tied up with the BJP in Maharashtra in 2019, is this explanation too simple to buy? And while this may be the internal matter of the party, it could have certain implications for the overall Maha Vikas Aghadi. Does settling the succession battle within the NCP make it easier for the allies to work, or could it be a spanner in the works? All this is up for discussion tonight on Left, Right and Centre. Twist in NCP power play. What is the game plan? Let me immediately go across to our guests now. Joining us on the show, Rajiv Pandey, spokesperson of the BJP, Krishna Hegre, deputy leader and spokesperson of the Shiv Sena Shinde faction, former MLA as well, Clyde Crasto, spokesperson of the NCP, Chandrasekhar Jha, Shiv Sena leader UBT, Rohit Chandravarkar, senior journalist, and Daniel Francis has also in fact joined us, political analyst here. Now let's split this discussion into two parts, focusing first on the NCP and the immediate implications and ramifications in Maharashtra politics and for the Maha Vikas Aghadi, and then come down to the possible larger implications of this announcement on the 2024 alliance and opposition unity. Clyde, coming first to you on the first part of this discussion, is this the line of succession now that has been announced by Sharad Pawar today? And Sharad Pawar says that it's more than acceptable to Ajit Pawar. How come? After all, he's a grassroots leader and one would imagine that he would definitely want more power.
Well, Maha, you can say whatever you like to your statement, succession plan, whatever. That's up to you. That's your prerogative. I cannot stop you from saying anything. The fact of the matter is, today is our foundation day, and Honorable Sharad Pawar ji has announced two names that are going to help him lead the party pan-India. And I think these are two leaders from my party, Mr. Praful Patel and Mrs. Supriya Sule, who've got immense experience in both houses of the parliament. They have been on the national politics. They know the country like anybody else would know. And, the question about Ajit Dada Pawar. Now, these are speculation, these are stories, sources, rumors. And at some point, we were finding it, so good that, Ajit Dada was like a poster boy for TRP. Everybody was getting free TRP when they named Ajit Dada Pawar. But let me tell you the truth. Ajit Dada likes to be in Maharashtra. He has said it himself that I prefer to be in Maharashtra politics. He's happy here. And he is one of our tallest leaders. He's right up there with everybody else. And he's got a very, very important role in Maharashtra politics. He's the leader of opposition in the Maharashtra Assembly. He leads the party here and he's doing a fantastic job. So speculations, people can keep saying we cannot stop them. But at the end of the day, he's our leader. He's doing a great job. And everybody who's assigned a job in our party by Mr. Pawar and the collective decision of our leaders, everybody's playing the part. And this decision to, appoint Mr. Praful Patel and Mrs. Supriya Sule was a collective decision by all the leaders of the party. So I can say what I'm telling you the truth, but if you want to speculate, if people want to keep saying, the BJP wants to keep saying, good enough. At least, the fact is, here we get the pulse of the BJP that they seem to be afraid of all our leaders, because we're doing good work. So they can keep saying what they want, but today is a good day for us and we are happy about it.
Okay. Rohit Chandravarkar, is it easier said than done that the party needs to split the responsibility, as Sharad Pawar said? These are all contemporary leaders that we're talking about, and sure enough, there is expected to be competition, isn't it? You're on mute, I think.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, Maha, so you have made the point. I mean, you have in your question itself, you have made the correct point. See, it is partly a succession plan kind of a thing. What happened 1 month ago in Maharashtra? Everybody knows, the proposal that Sharad Pawar gave that he wants to resign as president of NCP, and then he changed his decision, etc. So there was a lot of talk within the NCP about who will succeed, and there has to be one leader kind of a structure like most parties have now. Congress has Rahul Gandhi, BJP has Narendra Modi or whatever. I mean, that is the structure that we have. So who is the face in Maharashtra for NCP? And I think it's a watershed point today for NCP that question more or less has been answered. I'll come to the Ajit Dada Pawar part a bit later if you give me a few seconds more.
Sure.
The point is, what has happened today, Maha, is that everybody has to understand is keep Ajit Dada Pawar aside for a moment. The situation today is that two other leaders have been elevated. Till now, we saw Ajit Pawar as the most powerful face in Maharashtra of NCP, controlling his party, his group of MLAs in the assembly in Maharashtra, etc. Today, from today onwards, we have these two other faces who will be options, who are now being called executive presidents, Karyakari Adhyaksha, which in the party structure, especially when the party is not in power, is going to make a lot of difference, because these people are going to call the shots in terms of distribution of tickets in the upcoming elections, Lok Sabha, perhaps Vidhan Sabha also. And I think Ajit Pawar's name, I'll come to that part now, that seems to be the most interesting part. Ajit Pawar's name not being mentioned here in the letters that was issued today to both these leaders, and clearly, no responsibility being officially announced for him is a kind of demotion that is being seen. That is the interpretation that is being seen by most political analysts or journalists in Maharashtra.
Right. Thanks for putting that pretty clearly here. We'll go back to Clyde for a quick response on that before I go to my other guest. Clyde, would you want to respond to what has just been put out as an explanation there by Rohit? He seems to believe that this is a succession line that has been sketched out and it's being seen as some sort of a demotion for Ajit Pawar.
Well, it's Rohit's perspective, and I've known Rohit for a while now. He's a very good journalist, but it's his perspective and his right to say what he wants to say. But the fact is, what you see here today is we have two people who have joined Mr. Pawar, and it's going to help them, raise the party to a different level. And, when Rohit mentioned that, his name was not there in the letter, well, the president of the party makes the appointment, so his signature comes in there. So that's how it works in any organization. So I think, like I said before, people can speculate, people can say what they want to say, but we are a strong unit. Everybody's working well. Each one has their role defined for themselves, and they are working well. Ajit Dada today, in just said today, like, give me a stamp paper and I'll write it down, and once and for all say that I'm interested in Maharashtra politics and I'm not interested in this. So everybody has a right to say what they want to say, but the truth lies with us. The truth lies with us, and we know what the truth is.
All right. Chandrasekhar Jha, would it work in Maha Vikas Aghadi's favor to work with Supriya Sule, since as most analysts believe this is a succession line that has been drawn? Or would it have been better to work with someone like Ajit Pawar, who's more of a grassroots leader?
See, the first thing is that Pawar Sahab is a political person, very old, and everybody considers him a political stature being carried on by him in the political arena. So, in any manner whatsoever, the decision taken by him towards his party and running of his party has been correctly taken. The decision might not affect the Maha Vikas Aghadi or anything containing the party's accessory to both the Congress and our Shiv Sena UBT. So, we think that it's a good decision. And subsequent we will come to know what will happen in the future.
Okay. Krishna Hegde, as a senior politician yourself, why do you think that this decision has been taken now? And, bringing in light also the fact that Sharad Pawar had announced that he would step down, then he took that decision back, and then a month later we are seeing today's developments. Why this timing as per you?
See, first let me tell you that this is an internal matter of the NCP, but having said this, it is very clear that Sharad Pawar Sahab has created two more power centers, and there is bound to be some kind of a confusion there in the near future. Having said that, it is also very clear, like Rohit ji said, that Ajit Pawar ji has been treated unfairly. So whether Sharad Pawar has managed to, turn the roti, or whether eventually the roti will burn, it's a matter of a few months, and everyone will know that. Having said that, I will also tell you that, all this has no bearings on the fortune of the BJP and the Shiv Sena. We are strong on our own in Maharashtra and also in India. And the objective is to win the most number of seats in the Lok Sabha and also in the assembly elections. And we are working hard towards it. And our Chief Minister Eknath Rao Shinde and our Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis ji are also working hard for the people, almost round the clock, and putting in their best efforts. The NCP, I must tell you, is today not a very big player on the national scene. They have, I think, around 4 or 5 MPs. And having said this kind of, creating new power centers and trying to, give a message possibly to, as the generation next, is about to create some disturbance in the Ajit Dada camp for sure. However, he has said right now, and we should give him the benefit of the doubt, that he has been taken into consideration and confidence. But we have to wait for the future. Having said that, like I said, that this has just no bearing on us. We are going to win in any case.
Okay. Clyde, I'll come back to you. Let me go across to our other 2 guests who are with us as well. Rajiv Pandey, has this something to do with what the BJP did in 2019, trying to get Ajit Pawar on its side? Do you think that has upset the equation between Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar? Does BJP have something to do with this?
Maha, first of all, this is an internal issue of NCP, and as a political person, I think it completely differently. The issue is, everybody was knowing very well in Maharashtra or across the country that after Sharad Pawar Sahib in NCP, Ajit Dada Pawar is the number 2 leader. Now, it is an open secret that to favor his daughter, Sharad Pawar ji has completely sidelined Ajit Pawar ji. He will get benefit of this. The common worker of NCP is, think 1,000 times that the person who was with me for so many years. Ajit Dada Pawar knows personally all NCP workers, all district presidents, all MLAs, and he was with the cadre with thick and thin. And now suddenly saying, no, he is not your leader. Leader maybe I will decide. You tell me, another working president, Praful Patel, what he has to do with the Maharashtra politics? What was his job? We all know. I am not going to comment. So now the issue is, what will happen, as Krishna Hegde ji has rightly said, that whether roti will ghumega or it will be burned, that we will come to know.
But
because
Rajiv Pandey, from the point that you are making, just a second, from the point that you are making, it appears that Sharad Pawar has taken a decision perhaps looking at national politics more than only Maharashtra politics, because he's chosen those in the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. I want to bring in Daniel on this. Daniel, could that have been one of the reasons?
Allow me to complete. This is very unfair. Allow me to complete.
Go ahead.
I am saying NCP is a party of Western Maharashtra. Forget about national and global politics. It's a party of 4 districts. Anybody in Maharashtra, I think very senior journalist is here. He is an independent person. What is the strength of NCP in Mumbai? What is the strength of NCP in Thane and Konkan? What is the strength of NCP in Vidarbha?
But Rajiv Pandey, that does not mean that the party will not think nationally.
No, why I'm saying,
Daniel, do you think that Sharad Pawar does want to go back to having some national stature after all, their national stature was also taken away?
I think I'm on mute.
No, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Very interesting day Sharad Pawar has chosen. And this day is marking the 25th anniversary of the foundation day of NCP, a party that was came to existence after it opposed dynasty in the Congress and foreign origin and other issues. Today's day can be simply called the rise of the daughter and the fall of nephew day in the NCP, most importantly. And second thing is that if you really see the Supriya Sule's elevation, she's been elevated as the working president as well as made in charge of Maharashtra. Now that means as in charge of Maharashtra, she will have powers more than the legislative party leader and also the Pradesh Congress Rashtravari chief. So her elevation is a very serious elevation. Of course, to avoid the blame that only the daughter is being promoted, smartly Praful Patel also has been brought in. Now, with regards to how this will affect MBA, I think Supriya Sule has very good working equations with MBA. So for MBA, it will be, maybe this is a helpful move.
Okay.
And politically, I think she is very keen that MBA succeeds.
All right.
But they have definitely sidelined a very serious player of the family as well as their party, who has deep connections and deep relationships on the ground with workers and this.
Okay.
It will have,
So-
to watch that how it
So let's get a response from Clyde. Clyde, you've heard that from
I've heard all of them. So,
from three
yeah, I
different
need-
political parties now,
Yeah.
that this is dynastic politics at play.
Yeah. So let me tell you now, give me a little time to respond. Now, talking about dynastic politics, I think, the BJP has no right to speak about dynastic politics, because somehow you'll feel that, BJP owns the copyright to dynastic politics. I can go to the Mundes, the Ranes, the Scindias, even Mr. Anurag Thakur, Devendra Fadnavis, all I can talk about the dynasty. So let me come to 2-3 points. Firstly, one of your political analysts said that, why Mr. Sharad Pawar left and the party.
I
think
would
they
like
should
to
go on.
rebut this.
Can I
I'll come to
finish
you.
talking, please? I
I'll
did
come
not
to you
rebut
later.
anybody.
Clyde, please
So
finish. Yes.
people should go and do the homework. Why Pawar Sahab left the Congress and formed their own party? I'm not here to give anybody homework lessons right now. Secondly, I'm feeling very good that so many people are suddenly showing a soft corner for Ajit Dada and feeling bad for him, because, all of them are emoting right now. So it feels good that Ajit Dada, is such a popular leader that people are having a soft corner for him. At the end of the day, he's our leader, he's with us, and he's a leader of the NCP. Thirdly, what I was trying to tell you here is, I heard somebody saying NCP is only from Western Maharashtra, it's not a national party. Listen, I think my party is so important that we are on NDTV at 9 o'clock prime time, and there are 4 other people discussing NCP and doing a homework on NCP. So I think NCP is a big player in national politics. They can say what they want to say. If you are not national politics, BJP spokesman wouldn't be sitting on the edge of the seat and discussing us right now. So I think at the end of the day, people can say what they want to say, but whether it's dynastic politics they want to say that we are not very important. All these things come up together. It's like they are trying to hide what they are doing. But
All right,
we today
three
are a
hands
strong
up over
party
there.
and doing
3
that.
hands
Let's
up
go
to
for it.
respond to what you've said. Krishna Hegde, coming first to you.
The dynastic politics and winning an election regularly and coming into the seat is a very different thing. What has happened here is Supriya Sule has been handpicked. Before that, Aditya Thackeray has been handpicked. Rahul Gandhi has been handpicked. This is dynastic politics. And this is exactly what we are
Mr.
talking
Hegde,
about.
I think you've got it wrong.
Secondly,
You can say what you want to. I can talk about dynastic politics also. How Mr. Eknath Shinde handpicked his own son to become the member of parliament. So I can discuss that.
His own son. He was
There's an old story
by the Shiv Sena, and at that time,
not get into that. You'll get confused as to which party you're talking about.
No. Please don't mix the facts.
All right.
Srikanth
I think the bottom line over here is that no party can accuse the other of dynastic politics, because we
Absolutely.
have seen sons and daughters of various political leaders are being promoted above the others, perhaps some party workers who may have risen through the ranks. So yes, there is a clear distinction there, and perhaps all parties need to look into it. But Rajiv Pandey wanted to make some point. Go ahead.
Maha, dynastic politics. In Bihar, you cannot imagine any president other than Lalu Yadav's family RJD. In Maharashtra, NCP is a Pawar private limited company. And that's why a leader who was holding such an important position is replaced by the chosen one. That is one. In this country, in BJP, you can see the last 10 presidents. Anybody's father or grandfather was not the president. Third point, in this country, except Communist Party, they are opposing us, and BJP, almost all are like private.
But Rajiv Pandey, the other parties say that the BJP doesn't hold elections for its president. At least other parties have some semblance of an election there.
Today you have seen the election has taken place in NCP.
Just a second, yes,
today you have seen
Can I
there
come
was
in
a
here?
big
Rajiv
election
Pandey is getting very
in
agitated
NCP,
because he's being exposed. You are right, Maha.
because
None of the BJP
I
presidents.
don't know why
No,
you are.
Clyde,
they were elected, they were appointed.
Let me complete
Let me
my
come
point.
in.
Maha, this
how
is very
he
unfair.
feels for Ajit
Heckling
Dada.
will not
All
help.
right. I think all of you
Heckling
are
will not
speaking
help.
over
It's good-
each other,
it's good that-
so we can hardly make out who's saying what. Let's
Maha,
get
I
down
will
to
not
the
help.
other
Let
part
me
of
allow
this
me to
discussion, which is
Maha, I
also
want to
equally
give a-
significant, and we have very little time left for that.
Allow me to
What
complete.
is
Maha,
this
just 10
move
seconds.
going
10 second
to?
more.
Just a second, Rajiv Pandey. How is this move going to make a difference to the national politics, and also at this juncture, very importantly, as the opposition is trying to come together for 2024? Clyde Castro, what I want to ask you here is that has Sharad Pawar made this move to free himself up for working for an alliance for 2024?
He made it very clear today, Maha. If you saw his interview, somebody asked him, are you going to be aggressively campaigning? So he said, not just aggressively, I'm going to be very active campaigning for the elections in 2024. I'm going to be there to make sure all like-minded parties come together. A man who has crossed 82 years of age, he's active and he's got two other people to help him out. We have Ajit Dada, who's very active in Maharashtra politics. So we are working hard, everybody's together, and we are going to stitch an alliance together. See, what is the role of the opposition in a democracy? I mean, BJP does not believe in democracy. They have a lot of things to say. But the role of an opposition in democracy is
Maha, you
to
did not
highlight.
give me time.
Listen, I can also
can I
talk,
conclude my
if you
point?
want to have a slinging
No, you
match,
disturbed me
Rajiv
when
Pandey,
I
let's go
was-
for
Just
it.
a second.
Let's
Rajiv
go
Pandey,
for it.
I'll
Come
come
on.
back to you.
Come
I'll
on,
come
let's
to
go
you
for
for
it.
a
No, I'm
response.
ready
Let
to
him
talk
finish,
with you.
I'll come to you.
Yeah. So the role of opposition in a democracy is to highlight the wrongdoings of the party incumbent. Okay, show the mirror to the party. That's what we're doing. And what is making me happy actually is that all these people who are claiming that NCP is a nobody, they don't have a national footprint, and dynastic politics are actually, struggling and fighting over each other to counter me and answer. So I'm very happy
All
that
right.
NCP
No,
has
Chandrasekhar Jha, does this explain
If you are not
the
good enough,
timing?
you
Just
would
a
be jumping in your
second.
seat.
Krishna Hegde, just a second, sir.
You would
Chandrasekhar
be
Jha,
jumping in
does
your
this
seat.
explain the timing of Sharad Pawar's announcement that he is clearly now readying himself for the role of cobbling up an alliance for 2024 or looking at an alliance? I mean, for all you know, they may want to go with the BJP. Who knows?
Can I answer this? Can I answer this?
It's a very interesting question at this juncture. The basis of formulation of Third Front was designed by Mr. Sharad Pawar.
Okay.
Last year itself, there was meeting held between the opposition parties together. So, in any manner whatsoever, this united opposition will come in focus and will fight the elections together.
Okay.
The thing is that if BJP wants to take charge that they will win the elections and they will do undue favors to NCP, that is their stature, and that they can do because we know that how the Maharashtra government was fallen down. So in manner whatsoever the things BJP tell in future what will happen, they also know very clearly and how they can manage it by doing juggling and all those.
That's a charge you're making against the BJP. I'll go across to Rajiv Pandey, but before that, very quickly, Rohit, I want to come to you. By not having Ajit Pawar in the picture as far as holding any sort of talks with opposition allies is concerned, was this an important move by Sharad Pawar? Because there could have been trust issues with Ajit Pawar after 2019, the 2019 episode. Is it? You're on mute again.
Yeah, sorry for that. So the buzz within the NCP as well as outside, and the whole world knows about this, is that we have to look at the big picture quickly, and I'll just give you the breakdown on that. See, what is happening is there are two groups in NCP now. One group feels that there is nothing wrong with getting into an alliance with BJP in the long term. Another group feels that they should not do it. And I think Ajit Pawar belongs to the group that has been, very vocal within internal party meetings, saying that if we can get into an alliance with Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena, why can't we get into some alliance with BJP? So I think there is a trust deficit that senior Pawar, Sharad Pawar, feels with his nephew, and that trust deficit issue has been on for some time now. And I think his way to counter that is to kind of elevate 2 or 3 other faces and keep his options ready in case Ajit Pawar takes some call within the coming months. So to answer your question about the timing, why this timing? The timing is now because Maharashtra is headed for a big election season very soon. Municipal elections, Lok Sabha elections, and perhaps assembly elections together also. So the timing is because this election season is coming up, and there is certain level of trust deficit between uncle and nephew. You see 2 other faces being floated and options being kept ready in case something that is expected by political analysts and journalists happens.
But Daniel, if Ajit Pawar is the one with the grassroots connect and with a large number of leaders on his side, I mean party workers on his side, does he also have the power to break the party?
Ajit Pawar is not the first nephew to be, treated like this in Maharashtra's politics. The first original nephew is Raj Thackeray, who was extremely popular and great organizer, and was seen as heir apparent to Bharat
Thackeray. So nephews have a long tradition in Maharashtra. Sorry to interrupt.
Exactly. Kaka Mala Vatsva. It's like that. It's a Marathi proverb. But what happens is that Maharashtra's politics will not be the same now. With the rise of the daughter here, but Sharad Pawar family and Pawar family, their politics is very different and difficult to understand also. One cannot assume what they will do. It's not very easy to say.
You have to make your point very quickly. We've completely run out of time. I can't even go to the other guests now.
I also want to add to this that
can I get 30 seconds?
The door of Ajit Pawar coming into an alliance with BJP is completely shut. Okay, and BJP will now have to depend on Eknath Shinde more.
Maha, give me 30 seconds, please.
All right. I'm sorry to all the other guests. We've completely run out of time. We don't even have 20 seconds now. My director is constantly asking me to wrap up. Many thanks to all of you for joining us in this discussion tonight. That's it then on Left, Right and Centre. We'll be back with news and updates. Stay with us.